My name is Joy Nonyelum Okonkwo, the second daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Emmanuel Okonkwo and Justin Okonkwo. In short, the death of a mother is the most painful thing anybody can ever bear. When my mother called that she's sick, I was thinking it's something that is going to be easy. But when she mentioned chest discomfort, being in the medical field, I know it was something serious. I tried to rush her immediately to emergency hospital. And from there, I never knew that that so-called evening that she stepped out of the house that she would never come back. And the more we stay in the hospital, the more the condition became critical. And within 3 days, she died. And the heaven let loose. It was the most unbelievable story we could ever hear. Every doctor in Dallas, all the specialists, all hands were in debt. More than 25 doctors worked on her. We fought and fought like a wounded lion. But every effort we made, even including the families, that is, she came from a family of team of doctors. Everybody tried their best to save her life. But despite all that effort, the wicked hands of death snatched her away from us. Yes, I'm the popular Nonye. She lived with me for about 20 years. I've known my mom to be the most vibrant mother anybody can ever have. My mom is a mother to everybody, a cheerful giver, a lover of peace, and always a solicitor. And my mom is always giving. She became an American citizen and they started paying her a little token that they're paying her. Mom had nothing to do with this money than to save it and share it to the needy, the poor, the have-nots, and pay a bunch of hospital bills, including school fees to people even at old age. We keep telling her, Mom, this is too much. She said, no, I have to do it. That is my passion. That's the only thing that gives me joy. She doesn't mind spending her last cover. Even when she cannot afford to pay the bills or anything, she will insist that we must contribute money and pay it. She does a lot of funeral service to some people, to some family members, extended family members, even to people we don't even know. For example, there's a lady that called and said her daughter had to do surgery, that the doctor said she should pay 250,000 naira. But mom did not have that money at that point in time. All she did was to force us to pay the money. To be honest with you, I don't even know who she's paying it for. But we did just to keep her happy. Mommy lived happily in America. When she came, she told me she wanted to be in an Anglican church. We went and registered in Emmanuel Anglican Church, Dallas, Texas. There she was a very staunch member of Anglican Church there. All the women there see her as their mother. She was there giving them different names, and everybody was, any Sunday that she didn't come to church, she looked like that. Somebody died in that church. They'd be so quiet and calm. But whenever she's there, everybody is happy, jumping on her. She's giving them different names, and they were all happy. And she also went to church a week before she died. And when they heard the news of her death, they cried like a baby, as if somebody that's extremely important died. They could not believe it. And that church did a wonderful thing in Dallas after her death. They were coming every day, doing everything, staying in the house, doing everything they could to keep us calm. Mom was a prayer warrior. She prays for everybody. All the children, she keep them one after the other praying. She prays 24/7. She joined different prayer groups online and pray morning, afternoon, and night. She prays from the children to all the grandkids. She have their name. She calls everybody name and start praying on their head. And I can believe that's one of the reasons why both the kids and the grandkids are very, very successful. She was a prayer warrior. Mom loved her fellow human beings. Anybody that come close to my mom, we know that she has a very lovely character. She can relate with both the old and the young. If you're a baby, she goes to your level. If you're an adult, she will deal with you as an adult. If you're a teenager, she can discuss anything with you, like my kids. Being in my house for 20 years made my kids realize see her as their own mother, even more than me. America is so tough. America, there is money, there is money. You have to work for it. I'm always out there at work, working. The only mother my kids know is my mom. She's there taking care of them, telling them what to do and what not to do, advising them on everything. She has been a very big help, a very big source that my kids depend on. And that helped them a lot to be successful. There were most of them that have graduated. They did very well, made distinction, and got a good job. And my mom was the one. They even relate with my mom more than me. So not just my kids, all the grandkids, she calls them one after the other and keep instructing them, focus on your studies, work hard so that you get a good job, so that in future you will not suffer. She keep giving them advice. She's so caring. We live in a country where it's either very cold or very hot. At times there will be tornado striking everywhere, pulling all the roofs out, driving the cars out of the road. Once the weather is very bad, my mom will call me more than 10 times at work and tell me never to come back. Go to your sister's house. It's very close to your work. Stay there until the weather calms down. She will not want me to put my car in an ugly weather. She knows it's very dangerous. I say, Mom, I want to come back and see you guys and make sure you're okay. You say, we are very comfortable. Just relax and focus on saving your life. So, and she calls me every now and then. Now she's not there anymore. I really know what I can do with her, what to do without her. When she died, it was a very painful experience between me and my kids because a big vacuum has been created. Both she and my dad were living in my house, and we've known to come back and see somebody in the house. Right now, my dad died, and she followed, and she died too. I have an empty house right now. Whenever my kids get into the house after her death, they will open the door and just open her door and find out that nobody is there. All they will do is to start crying. And I keep, even when I feel so bad, I try to control that and let them know that that is life. My mom's death was a very, very sudden one. If she had been sick for a while, we couldn't have felt it that bad. But that type of sudden death was the greatest shock every one of us had ever had in our life, because her death created a big vacuum in the family at large. At her old age, she's still intact with her brain. There is no problem you will have without her having a solution to it. If you get to a critical situation, she will go into prayers and go into fasting and keep praying for everybody. She's my solace. When you have problem and you're worried, you say, don't worry about it. There is God. I'm going to pray for it. There will be no problem. And you think that what she's saying is not going to happen, and you listen to her, you will see how everything will calm down and everything will settle. She will say, I told you to calm down and you're so worried about this. Look at the way it's going. So I don't know where to start or where to end. Her death was such a painful one, and I don't know why the devil will not allow us to have any parents at this point in time. She never lacked. She got all her medical checkup and treatment throughout her stay in America. She came there, she got sick and had heart surgery. And for the past 16 years, never got sick again, has never been to the hospital until her death. All we did was seeing different doctors, routine checkup. But since it happened like this, there's nothing we can do. We are going to miss her dearly, me and my kids. It is a big blow on our life, but we are looking up to God. We are happy that he lived a good life. My kids also took good care of her. They buy her everything she said, anything she wanted. She had more than too much. She enjoyed herself while on earth, and I believe she's not going to suffer, that she's in heaven and she's with the husband in a happy place as of now. And from now on, I will say adieu, mommy. We will live to see you later in life, at the end of life. Jee ije gị nke ọma, nwaanyị obiọma, adịghị n'ije, mmadụ iche.